There's gonna be carnage.
Fuck it. Holy guacamole.
Hey man, how you doing?
Very dashing.
What's going on, moviegoers? So if you're new to the channel, my name is Christian and welcome to SeaWorld Productions. So in this video, we're going to be talking about two Marvel films Sony has set dates for. Now, the first date is July 10th, 2020, and the second date is November 2nd, 2020. Now, this leads me to believe that this is most likely going to be Venom 2 and Morbuis the Living Vampire. Due to some recent reports for Morbuis the Living Vampire, Jared Leto actually is he's prepping for the role right now. I saw something online where he was shaving again, you know, taking off his whole beard, getting ready to play this vampire role for Sony Marvel. So that's supposed to start production sometime early next year. I want to say mid-February, and possibly be done with shooting in like May-ish, leaving the long haul of post-production and to get that July release date. Now, as far as for Venom 2, I want to say that probably won't start shooting until the end of next year. They still got to do the whole script for the film. Obviously, they know where they're taking the story after the first Venom. You know, if you saw the movie, spoiler alert, we saw Carnage at the end of the film, not actual Carnage, but the lead up to Carnage of Eddie Brock. You know, he's a reporter. He's gonna go visit Cletus Cassidy and talk to him or whatnot, and he's like fucking smearing blood all over the wood. And I was like, oh my God, this guy's insane. And Woody Harrelson is gonna be portraying the role as Carnage, and I cannot wait to see what he does with the character. She gotta change that wig. I'm pretty sure we can all agree you gotta change that wig, because that wig is absolutely terrible. But I'm excited. You know, Venice. Venom has been a huge box office success. Huge. Like massive. I actually enjoyed the movie. I didn't think it was bad. Like all the, you know, the critically hate that it was getting, I didn't see why. I mean, it was your generic superhero movie, but it was refreshing to kind of see a generic superhero movie. We've been getting all these top-notch MCU films. It kind of felt old school watching this Venom movie. Felt like a, you know, an old school Marvel movie, some would say, and that's what it felt like to me. But it's doing big shit right now at the box office. Just past Justice League at the box office. I think it will go along to make roughly about $850 at the end of its final run, and that's a huge success for Venom. Nobody expected this movie to pull in that much money. So, you know, Sony, they see big dollar signs. They're like, holy shit, this movie made that much? It did this much in China? Well, let's do this sequel. Now we're gonna do the sequel. But I'm excited for the future of whatever this Sony universe is. I forgot the title of it. But I'm pretty excited. I mean, after Venom, I'm on board. And, you know, I didn't think they would be able to pull off a PG-13 Venom, but they did. They pulled it off great. And I'm curious to see what direction they go with this Morbuis the Living Vampire film starring Jared Leto. And in forward, whatever movies they have, you know, The Craven, The Last Hunter they plan on doing, Silver Sable and Black Cat they were planning on doing. Something else, I totally forgot the last one. But, you know, if it works out, I'm fine with that. And if you want to eventually hop over and introduce your characters into the MCU, I'll be cool with that as well. You know, that would make sense. You currently don't have a Spider-Man for all your Spider-Man villains. So eventually you're going to want, you know, Spider-Man to go up against a Venom, or Spider-Man to go up against, you know, Morbius or Craven. You know, that's something that you would want in the future, right? That would only make sense. So, you know, as far as Tom Holland, I don't know the whole contract rights, the shared rights between them and Sony. But I don't know how that's gonna fall out, or, you know, eventually, you know, Spider-Man will go back to Sony or whatnot. Who knows? They never really released the, you know, the details on this whole Tom Holland Spider-Man contract with the MCU. But so far, if I had to guess, you know, it's probably a 6-movie contract. If I had to guess, it's probably a 6-movie contract with the MCU, which would be what? Civil War, Homecoming, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers 4, Spider-Man Far From Home, and then his last Spider-Man film, doing the whole Sinister Six thing. So it could possibly go that route of a 6-movie deal, and then Sony takes back the rights to Spider-Man, or they just continue to share rights with Marvel and be like, okay, well, we want to introduce these characters into you guys' universe. And I'm like, I'm down with that. I want to see a Tom Hardy Venom get down with a Tom Holland Spider-Man. I want to see a Wesley Snipes Blade get down with Jared Leto's Morbius. A lot of good shit. I want to see an Idris Elba Craven the Last Hunter fight Tom Holland Spider-Man. Spider-Man's got like the best villains in the whole entire Marvel universe, personally to me. So there's a lot of groundbreaking room that they can move with this whole Spider-Man villain universe, especially trying to get into the MCU. There's a lot of good stuff that they can work with, a lot of good stuff, and I can't wait to see, you know, what's gonna happen. But those release dates have to be for Venom 2 and have to be for Morbius. I can't tell you, there can't be anything else that would, you know, take those spots. I mean, it wouldn't make any sense because Venom 2, obviously, everybody knows they're going to be working on that film. Tom Hardy signed a 3-movie deal for Venom, and Jared Leto's getting ready for Morbius. So it makes sense that we would be getting 2 movies in 2020 for this Sony Spider-Man list franchise. But put your comments down below, you guys. Let me know what you guys think about Venom 2 and Morbius, the Living Vampire, coming out in 2020, July 10th and November 2nd. What are your thoughts on it? Did you guys enjoy Venom? What are your thoughts on the whole Spider-Man villain list universe that Sony is creating? Put your comments down below, you guys, and thank you for taking time out of your day for watching Zero Productions. Peace.